Just a few hours ago, UTPA made its first delivery from its donation drive. Now, the university started collecting supplies after faculty and students from the Physician's Assistance Program began helping out at local Border Patrol stations, only to realize the need for volunteers and supplies was overwhelming.
What I've seen is just, mind-boggling. A lot of the Border Patrols themselves are amazed at the amount of children that are coming and their limited resources that they can do.
Dr. Frank Ambrose is the UTPA Physician's Assistant Program Director. He, along with other faculty and students, have been volunteering time at the Border Patrol detention centers and first aid stations. He says the centers are overcrowded, and the recent surge in immigration has only exacerbated the problem.
Mothers nursing babies out in the open, they got kids sleeping on top of each other.
Ambrose tells Action 4 News the majority of those in these centers are young children, many unaccompanied and exhausted from the journey. Most need to be treated for dehydration.
You look at their mouth, they're dry, their eyes are sunken. If they want to cry, there's no tears.
He explains that many of the immigrants are fearful.
They don't tell the medical provider that they're sick for fear of being deported. And so the providers are looking at people that look sick and they're trying to pull them out, come in, let's examine you.
Dr. Ambrose says Border Patrol is doing the best they can, but the agents are overwhelmed, especially due to the lack of medical care, assistance, and supplies, all of which are sorely needed.
As one doctor described it as wilderness medicine. You're very limited with the resources that you have. You basically are using your clinical skills and your experience to identify why they have the fever.
Why UTPA is collecting supplies such as bandages, gauze, and gloves, as well as basic essentials like toothpaste, hand sanitizer, and diapers for many of the immigrants being held, and say every little bit counts. Dr. Ambrose says these centers need any doctors or physician's assistants willing to volunteer their time, as the number of people in need of medical care is overwhelming. In the Hidalgo County Newsroom, I'm Ashley Custer, Action 4 News.